Who's come for free to give us help for our patriots. Give them a round of applause, please. Listen, guys. Are you like me? Are you fed up with the amount of times we've got to do this? How many times are you going to drag this innocent man up to prison on trump of charges? How many times do we have to travel from all across the country and come here and demand his freedom? We want Tommy out! 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 Once again, the police, who we've always tried to work with, try to cause us problems today. We cannot and must not allow that to happen. When we come out, we get to speak. When we come out, we tell Tommy what we think of him. We love him. We want him here with us. I ask myself a question every night. Am I doing enough? And the answer is no. We need more activists on the street. We need more people every time until such time as this corrupt government turns round and appreciates we want Tommy home. It's not only Tommy, it's his family. Hey, they let me play the stage. Travelled the length and breadth of the country. God bless every single one of you. To the police, we've always tried to work with you, but you've got to start working with us and all. You are partly responsible for this young man being in prison. If you would have done your job in the first place 10 years ago, Tommy wouldn't have had to put himself on the line. I started following Tommy 10 years ago. Yes, with the EDL, I make no bones about that, and I've got no shame about that. They're some of the best people in the world. We are still here. We are not going away, and we will not go away until such time as you let our man out. When Tommy's inside, his family suffers, his wife, his children, his mother, and his cousins, and his greater circle of friends. He's a proud man, and we need to do it for him. Whilst he's not on the streets, we have to be on the streets. We will keep coming on the streets. Brothers and sisters, I love you all to death. I only wish I could spend more time talking to you, but my throat's going over there. Love you all, God bless you, and no surrender. How you doing? What a beautiful sight. I just want to start by saying a big thank you to every single one of you for taking the time out to come here today and to stand in solidarity with Tommy. So thank you very much for that. As you know, I went to visit English
a week ago, and from what he's saying at the moment, he is safe. He's in a part of the prison where no one can get to him, and it seems like the governor's doing the right thing, for once. But we know very well that that can change at every minute. We had the same situation last year where he was fine, then he was moved to Omni and it all went bad. So, this is another message to the prison. We will not be going to the prison again, and I ask, this has come directly from Tommy, that no one goes to the prison and does any protests outside the prison. But, if anything changes, we will be back, and we will be back in numbers. That's a promise. So, I don't know if any of you are aware, but if you've been through a lot of these, you'll probably remember Nanny Robinson writes poems for Tom within certain circumstances of what's going on. So she wrote poems about last year, she wrote poems about the Old Bailey, about Tommy, and she's got another one. So I appreciate a big round of applause to listen to Nanny Robinson.
Okay. They are silencing dissenters. They are silencing our tongues. They're trying now to tell us that they think we're on the run. Well, we are here to tell them that we no more recognise the authority of the traitors who gladly sell our country's ties. They've imprisoned Tommy Robinson, the man who speaks the truth, because he threatens to expose them with their lies, deceits and proofs. A man who just wants justice for the children of this land, who gives these children credence and won't follow the evil plan. Our Tommy is a hero who exposes all their acts, who gives their betrayal of the British, and for this he is attacked. We know that Islam rules our land. Our rulers have decreed that our way of life must alter and that we must all now bow the knee. Well, Tommy has exposed you, shown us all that you allow halal, sharia, raping, and for Islam to prevail. We demand that we see justice. We demand you let him go, because the anger of the British now has nothing else to show. You will face retribution for your hateful, evil acts, because we British who oppose you will very soon react. You've pushed us to the limit with this unjust course you take, so release our Tommy straight away. It's the only course to make. We won't let Tommy suffer for the injustice of this land, for we all stand firm together, arm in arm and hand in hand. Our cry to you, our leaders, if you understand what's right, is to free our patriot brother before we resort to civil fight. So this one is for Tommy, who has stood the test with pride. We shout our support for Tommy, and that hope justice is done right. So shout with me together, the chant he'll recognise, the chant he's richly worked for, because he's exposed our leaders' lies.
Tommy, Tommy! Tommy, 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 Tommy Robinson! Oh, Tommy, Tommy! Tommy, 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 Tommy Robinson!
Let us think for a minute. Let us think for a minute of all the victims of Islamic terrorism since the 9/11 attacks in 2001. We're going to have a minute's silence. We're going to have Al Weir come up and play the last post. But I want to think specifically about PC Keith Palmer, who was also a veteran. Give a round of applause. And we know that these rank and file police officers, they are not against us. We know it's the scum that run the police that are against us, not these gentlemen. We talk to them, we know they're on our side. So think about PC Keith Palmer. He fought a jihadi, literally with his bare hands, in the grounds of Parliament, defending our legacy. Shame on them! And while PC Keith Palmer lay dying, one of his superior officers sat there sweating and panicking in the police car, too afraid to get out and help him. Many veterans have gone to foreign fields in the so-called war against terror and been murdered by Islamist terrorists, only to come home after that, injured, debilitated, to find out that the country has sold them out to Sharia law. We must stand with the veterans, and the veterans must stand with Tommy Robertson. And I'm going to ask all the veterans who are here today, if you're a veteran here today, just come to the front. So we want to get people to give you a round of applause. If you're a veteran, just come to the front of this crowd now. So the veterans, come on, get yourselves out there, veterans. Get yourselves to the front. It's very interesting. While the veterans are coming up here, it's very interesting. You know, the far left, the great unwashed, I don't know where they are today. They were meant to be showing up, but maybe they didn't get out of bed in time. But the far left, the great unwashed, they call us Nazis. They call us racists. I see people in this crowd from every ethnic background. I see my Iranian friends. I see my African friends. I see my West Indian friends. I see my Indian friends. And I'm proud to say I see Union Jacks everywhere. And I see an Israeli flag flying with a Union Jack. We stand in unity against the Islamization of Muslim civilization. I'm going to ask my friend out here to come up here. Some silence, please. Out here is going to play the last post for every victim of terrorism in the United Kingdom and throughout the world. Every person that has been murdered by Islamist terrorists. I believe the current death toll is into the hundreds of thousands. We're going to stand here and have a minute's silence for every victim of Islamic terrorism. Where's Glenn Saffron? Where's my friend with the Daystalker hat? Glenn, come on up here. Glenn has got a poem that's been written for Tommy while he's in prison. I'm not sure, Glenn will tell you who wrote it. I'm not going to spoil the surprise. It's been written for Tommy. And Tommy's family have said that they want this poem read at this demonstration. So let's get Glenn up on the stage. Give Glenn a round of applause. Glenn Suffolk. Glenn Suffolk has been involved in this struggle against the Islamisation of the United Kingdom for over 10 years. He is a hero of the cause. Give it up for Glenn. I spoke to Jenna the other day, and my wife made this poem, and she cried. She said, please email this to Tommy, and please read it out. This is all based on Tommy. The walls are high, and you're inside. The doors are locked and barred. But do not feel confident. Take strength to grow hard. For all the lies can't keep you from those that you most. And for when you turn this over, past will be ghost. For you can sleep and conscious, clear, and they will bear the guilt. And if they don't, they'll rot in hell. For the cause they lies, but take you in your own innocence. You know the man you let one tell you otherwise. Your conscience clear by far. For lies bred guilty, and they can't hide. It's with them all the time, although they think they've won. For now, they know they've done the crime. For one day you will show the world, and you will clear your name. Then everyone will look at them as they bow their heads in shame. So next time someone tells you to talk about your crime, the answer that you'll give them is this crime is theirs, not mine. Should we talk about Tommy? Should we talk about Tommy Robinson? Let's think about Tommy. I want to tell you something. Everybody here, we get maligned, we get slandered by the people in that filthy, rat-infested pit behind us, the BBC. The BBC. The BBC, what does it stand for? It stands for brainwashing Britain's children. We want our children back. Take them back from the paedophiles of the BBC. Think about this. Think about Jimmy Savile in the 1970s while he was on that TV show all the time molesting children in hospitals up and down this country, and the scum in there coming up. They're a disgrace. What do they decide to do? What do they decide to do? They decide to make a panorama program about our friend. And I'll leave it to Tommy Robinson. That didn't work well for them, did it? How many people have seen the Panorama documentary? And how many people have watched Panorama in the last 6 months? No hands go up. See, what was happening, I'm going to tell you what was happening, I'll tell you why Tommy's really in prison. What was happening was, Tommy Robinson's message was getting through to the great British masses that you and I represent. People are listening. So the government, people like Yvette Cooper, people like Tom Robson, people like Diane Abbott, people like David Lammy, people like the careless, loving, supporting Jeremy Corbyn, people like Theresa May, and even people like Sajid Javid want our voice silenced. And that is why Tommy Robinson is in prison, because what he was doing was effective and what he was doing was working, because he was telling the truth, and the British people love the truth and hate a lie. Tommy Robinson is on the right side of history. Somebody said to me the other day, they said, well, Tommy Robinson's like Nelson Mandela. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's far more important than Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was a terrorist. He ran a terrorist organisation that murdered thousands of black and white South Africans. He was a communist and he was a traitor to his country. Tommy Robinson is a patriot and a hero to this country. But of course, what we must all realise, first of all, we all know it, Tommy Robinson is an innocent man. We just don't want Tommy freed. We want him exonerated and his name cleared. And what is this heinous crime? What is this heinous crime that our friend Tommy, and he is a friend to many of you in this crowd, many of us know him personally, and we know the stature of the man, and we know the makeup of the man, and we love him. Tommy Robinson is not just a hero to us, he is our friend. What was the heinous crime that Tommy committed? What did he do? He upset some Muslim paedophiles. He should get a medal for another prison sentence. Tommy is in prison because of what he said, not because of what he did. And I want to mention another prisoner of conscience. Her name's on this t-shirt. Melanie Shaw is in prison. Melanie Shaw is in a high security mental hospital. We don't know what they're doing to her. We don't know what she's been through, but we know she shouldn't be there. And when Tommy walks out of prison, we're going to see Melanie walk out of prison the same day. Who wants a Melanie Shaw t-shirt? And the reality is this, ladies and gentlemen. If Tommy Robinson, the most high-profile political activist, his Facebook page got more traction than any of the mainstream parties. If they can disappear Tommy Robinson from the scene, they can do it to me and they can do it to you. And friends, they are coming after us. They will try and lock us up for what we say and not because of what we do. But we will stand, we will fight, and we will protect our people from this oppressive nation. Our so-called leaders in Parliament, they should be ones in Belmarsh prison, not Tommy Robinson. Think about Brexit. How many people here voted for Brexit? How many people think it's going to happen? Exactly. Brexit is betrayed. Brexit has been betrayed. And I wish that helicopter would clear off because it's drowning out the noise. But it's a good job I've got a louder voice than the helicopter. The people of this great country, the people of this, I've said this many, many times, the people of this great country, we need to have a political movement. We need to have a political party that we can support and we can get behind. And we say to our politicians, I'm not talking about Labour or Conservative and Liberal Democrats because they're traitors. We say to the politicians from UKIP and for Britain, sort your act out, get a party together that we can vote for and that represents our So many years of betrayal, so many years of treachery. And think about the cause that was most dear to Tommy's heart, and it was the rape of the daughters of England. Tommy reported outside a rape trial. He's arrested, he's in prison, he spent much of last year in prison, and then to add insult to injury, they bring him back and they lock him up again. It is a national scandal, it is a national disgrace. And I want to close this part of the demonstration by saying this. We will win! We may be small in number, but you must understand, this is one thing many people understand, a determined and a decisive minority can overcome and overpower a sleeping majority. We are that minority. We're going to win. We're going to take our country back. Thank you very much. This is a poem I wrote in 2008. It's a poem to St George. I know it's not St George's Day. I'm half Jock. I've worked all around Europe and I've embraced every European culture when I've worked around Europe. I've played, when I've been in France, I've played the French national anthem, in Germany the German national anthem. But I'm very proud of my culture and all those cultures that I've embraced. I wrote this poem in 2008 because some of it is very poignant to what's happening today, especially with Tommy, and I'd just like to recite it. And when St George's Day comes along, you always get the usual racist when your flag goes up, and I thought to myself, how xenophobic can you be to celebrate a patron saint who was born in a foreign land? That's the irony. Anyway, my poem to St George, and I'm half Jock, by the way. One tranquil night, alone with thought, a patron saint my mind did sort, a man from over the sea that came and went, a gift into this world, a man who to this day still is my patron saint, a man with truth, courage, valour, honour, in his lifetime he did forge. The name of that man, dare I say it, St George. The Italians can rejoice, the Germans can drink, or so they think. The French eat well, and the Spanish can dance. As Englishmen rejoice in Englishness in England this day and age, you have but little chance. So, Brown, Blair, Cameron, Clegg, whoever, please, no more hurt, no more pain, no more grief, no more loss from this constant attack, because the good people of this great nation, and especially to those young servicemen and women stationed on foreign soils, all they're after is the love of their own country back. It is a simple question to ask, not just from me, but from many good, decent, law-abiding people. A simple wish to see George flying from each church tower and steeple. So, friends, new and old, sat with me and who've listened to what I have to say, please be upstanding and raise your glass to this, our most fervent St George's Day. Thank you. I want to introduce an old friend of mine, a man that I've followed his career for many years. Alan, I want to say something about Alan Craig before he takes to the platform. Alan more or less single-handedly stopped a mega mosque being built in the East End of London over 10 years ago. He's been fighting this battle for a long time. Alan Craig is the families and children spokesman for UKIP. He's a Christian believer and he is a hero of this movement. Give it up for Alan Craig.
Can you hear me down the back? I don't have Richard's voice. Can you hear me? Could you put your hands up down the back if you can hear me? Can you hear me? I'm not sure you can. Okay. It's a real pleasure and privilege to be here this afternoon with such a peaceful crowd, a good-natured crowd of patriots, or as we say over this kind of Atlantic, patriots and Democrats and freedom fighters and friends of Tommy Robinson. Now, as you heard, I am the former UKIP spokesman for families and children. I'm going to talk in a few minutes in time about children, young children. But I want you to know that what the whole... Richard earlier was talking about the Brexit referendum. And the Brexit referendum, in the Brexit referendum, the British people voted that they wanted to leave the EU. No ifs, no buts, 4 letters the word, L-E-A-V-E. And by a majority, we decided we wanted to leave. However, as you know, after 3 years, the political establishment, the political elite, the mainstream media and the BBC behind us have been fighting lock, stock and barrel to block our exit from the EU. So I'm with Richard. I don't think we're going to leave the EU. I think they've stopped it for us. So what does this mean? What it means is we have become, as this once proud nation, the mother of parliaments, the fountain of democracy, the country which around the world has been held up as a model of democracy, now has the democracy of North Korea or Zimbabwe. What the British people want, the British establishment and the politicians will not give us. And therefore you can sit in South America or in China and you can look at Britain today and you can say the British people said they wanted to leave, but the political elite would not let them. And that is the situation where you and I are today. We're being blocked by the political elite and so on. And one of their tricks of the trade is to constrain and restrain our freedom of speech. There are many things and an increasing amount of things which we are not allowed to talk about. Because if we do, we'll be accused of being hate speech or whatever. And I want to talk about 3 of those, if I may. And the first one, well known to all you here, was the incident earlier this year, I think back at the beginning of the year, when Anna Soubry MP was busy walking. Yes, Anna Soubry MP was walking along with her staff outside Parliament, and you'll have seen this live stream, and James Goddard and friends came up to her and shouted at her that she's a Nazi. Now she made it absolutely clear, hadn't she, on Sky Television, that she doesn't like being called a Nazi. So she went and complained to the parliamentary authorities. The parliamentary authorities went to the police, and the police came and arrested James Goddard for calling Anna Soubry a Nazi. Actually, by doing so, by calling in the police because of this, actually it makes his point for him. It's a police state. But I think to you, it's really important that we establish that we are allowed in this country to say what we like about powerful people like Anna Soubry. We cannot be stopped from saying it. We're not saying we're not inciting violence against her, okay? We are not attacking her personal private life. We are talking about her position, her political position as a politician and the views that she espouses out there. Now, James Goddard said that she's a Nazi. And he got arrested for that, okay? So I would like to know, I personally don't think that Anna Soubry is a Nazi, but I insist on my right and your right to call powerful people by whatever names we like to, because we're British. So I want you to know, and I say here in front of the BBC, Anna Soubry is a Nazi. Will you say that with me? Anna Soubry is a Nazi. Anna Soubry is a Nazi. Okay, hold it. Now, expect to get arrested. Okay? Expect to get arrested. You've shown the courage of your conviction. We are British people, and we are allowed to criticise our political leaders. We insist on our right to criticise them. Another area of freedom of speech, as we all know, and Richard has referred to this earlier, is the whole question of Tommy and the persecution he's gone through, because you're not allowed to talk about the Muslim rape gangs. And just as the Catholic Church tried to stop people talking about the paedophile priests, so the political establishment in our country has tried to stop Tommy and many others talking about the rape gangs and the grooming gangs and so on. So we say to Tommy, well done Tommy, well done, come out of prison soon and get on with your Rape of Britain videos that we want to see. And Tommy, if you're able to watch this now, we love you and we want you to carry on with that. Let's see that Rape of Britain series coming out. Now the last area I want to talk about, we talked about James Goddard and Asubri, we talked about Tommy Robinson and his rape gangs, okay? The third area I want to talk about, okay, is about our children. And this is an area that's really important to me, okay? You are silenced, you are not allowed. If you have any objection, and I'm talking about our young children, I'm talking about primary schools here, please hear this carefully, it's really important. If you're one of those parents that objects to the whole LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender agenda being imposed on our primary school children, on our prepubescent children, you are silenced, you are accused of hate speech, you're accused of transgender hatred and so on. It is another area we're not allowed to, and I have to say to you here, I personally take my hat off, no matter what you think about their religion, I personally take my hat off to those Muslim mums and dads in Birmingham who've taken their children out of school because of the stuff imposed on their children. And please hear me carefully, I don't care who people go to bed with, it's entirely their business. I don't mind so much what they teach older people, but they do not teach and propagate this stuff against children up to the age of 11, 4, 5, 6 and 7. I think we're not allowed to criticise this, and I think we need to be allowed to say it, okay? We cannot talk about it because if we do, we're accused of being transphobic, we're accused of being bigots, we're accused of hate speech and so on. Those of you that have followed the programme in Birmingham, the No Outsiders programme, please note that they tell you it's all about tolerance and decency and so teaching children to respect one another. It's nothing of the sort. The programme itself is about, as they themselves, as the LGBT activists call it, is about smashing heteronormativity in primary schools amongst our young children. Okay? It's about queering primary schools amongst our children. Hear me? Hear me? I don't mind who anybody goes to bed with. I do mind what they teach our young prepubescent children about. And it's another area where this establishment, the Department of Education, the government itself in 10 Downing Street are insisting that these parents have no right to do what they're doing and shutting them up and calling them all sorts of insults and trying to shut them up. We believe in freedom of speech and we insist on our right to freedom of speech. Now listen, in Peru, many, many miles away over in South America 2 years ago, 1.5 million Peruvians took to the streets in 26 cities protesting against this gender confusion which is being imposed on their young children. And the argument was so powerful, okay, that the Peru government changed their plan for their sex education amongst the primary schools, okay? And please remember I'm talking about our youngest children, okay? They did it. And then that spread around South America. Now I want us to start a similar revolution here. Somebody once said, in times of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act, okay? So I would like us, I'm going to say the truth in a minute, okay, some basic truth. I'm going to say that amongst primary school children, boys are boys and girls are girls, okay? Now that may well be a scientific and biological fact, it may be a truth, but you're not allowed to say it according to our government now because you're being transphobic and you're being a bigot and the rest of it. So I'm going to say in a minute, I wonder if you'd like to join me in doing this. I want to say something around that, and I would like us all to say, knowing that if you're saying this truth, you're being a revolutionary. You're speaking the truth. And you may well end up being arrested. I may well end up being arrested for propagating hate speech. What I want us to say, if you believe in this, we have the right to say, boys are girls, boys are boys. I just wonder if you're listening. Boys are boys, girls are girls, ban LGBT in primary schools, clear that, okay, in primary schools. And then I want us to use the motto that they used in Peru, and their motto was, don't mess with our kids. Okay? That's what 1.5 million Peruvians said to their government, the government backed off. So now I wonder if you'll join me in this. It is a revolutionary act of stating the truth. I don't know what Tommy's views are on this. What I do know is he believes in freedom of speech, and I do know he's a strong family man who's very protective about his young children. And if you would go along with that, that's fine. So I'm going to say in a moment, boys are boys, girls are girls, ban LGBT in primary school, and don't mess with our kids. If you join me, it means you're taking a risk. Because Mr. Prod, PC Prod, may come knock at your door tomorrow morning, okay? Because you've been propagating transphobic hate speech. It's up.
She is a heroine. She's a heroine. She's limited in what she can say because of legal issues. But let's have some hush and some quiet. As this very brave lady, it takes courage to do what Amy's doing. And this very brave lady is going to tell you something of the story, what she can tell you legally. Let's give it up for Amy.
Hello, my name's Amy and I'm from the Telford family. Everybody has heard about our story so far. Well, let me tell you how it starts. You get requests over Facebook and BBM and they try and entice you in. By trying to entice you in, they add you on Facebook, your social medias, they get your friend connections, and they try to groom you that way. By doing this, they pass your number, they get paid for it. They take you to houses you've never been before, where other girls are. My story is so deep that nobody understands. The failings of the Telford family, i.e. my parents are there, the Telford family have been through absolute trauma and distress over the last 9 years. I'm about to come 21, so 10 years of my life, the police have failed. Social workers have failed. Team workers have failed. They let me abscond to London when I was 16 and told me to contact them when I got the other side. The police checked up on me, they were supposed to take me home. Instead of taking me home, they checked that the family home was safe and they let me stay there and contacted my parents and said they couldn't do nothing about it. I was 16, I could make my own decisions. In this situation, my case is very, very deep. There's over 70 perpetrators that either mentally, emotionally, sexually abused me. It has tortured me. But now I stand here today, and the reason I stand here today is because I have 3 beautiful young children that keep me going today. Over 6 police officers from the Telford unit have now retired. They wrote me letters to say that I could pay for the funeral for a fetus of a rapist. Oh, really? It's absolutely phenomenal. I don't know how they could offer me the thing back. It's not even a thing. And I got offered £15,000 to keep this baby. But this person that offered the £15,000 is a mafia. And none of these police officers seem to care when you tell them anything. Let me tell you something. A police officer seen a video that I did at the Old Bailey last time I spoke, and they contacted me about a body in a freezer. And I told them, I give you diaries and notebooks and information about this body in the freezer, and you didn't take it into consideration. Now you've seen me stand in public telling everybody what you have done. You contact me and you say to me, listen, Amy, listen, Amy, we want you to come and meet us to talk about the body in the freezer. How disgusting. How disgusting.
Shame on you!
9 years later, they asked me for evidence that I give them 9 years ago. Over 2 years of my schooling I missed because of these people. A 14-week project took 44 weeks to complete. I had to redo the whole thing over and over and over about 3 times. These social workers weren't even qualified until 2017 to do the job that they were doing with myself. They're absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. But I tell you something, we won't stop until we get justice. And justice needs to be given. Well, thank you all for listening and thank you for coming to support a man that tells the truth. Yes!
The Islamic raid mafia in Telford tried to steal Amy's past. Do you know something? That lady has a great future. She is a heroine of this moment. Give it. Amy has brought some buckets. She's doing a fundraiser for her charity. If the buckets go round for Amy, give generously to support this lady in her fight for justice and in her fight for a future. Give it up for Amy. What we need in this movement, we need more ladies like Amy who have the courage to realise that they can come forward and speak openly about the horrific atrocities that have happened to them. We need the women of England who were the victims of these evil people to stand up and be counted and to join us at these demonstrations because we will protect you. The whole families are torn apart by these situations. I want to talk very briefly about, if you look behind you, we're hemmed in by police vans. And it's not that we've been killed, we're hemmed in by police vans because the far left communist scum have masked up, walked up the road, and the police are actually stopping them getting through and attacking this peaceful demonstration with men, women, and children. And what they're about, what these people, they call themselves Antifa, they are the real fascists. What they are about is shutting down free speech, shutting down freedom of assembly, and even stopping us thinking how we want to think. We will resist you. We will stand against you. You shall not pass. Also, I think the police have behaved very well today. I was very annoyed yesterday with what happened with this location being put out, but I think this event has been policed very well. But I say this, if we decide to do static demonstrations at any time, we will do them, we will not tell anyone, we will form up, we will stand there, and we will exercise our freedom. Fundamental freedoms. It is one of the fundamental freedoms in this country. The freedom and right to assemble wherever you want to, whenever you want to. We will do it. We will stand for our people and we will protect our people. I'm back. Something struck me there when that little heroine Amy was on the stage. And please give generously when she comes round. She's 21.
And she said, this is over 10-year-old. Put her in your head. 10 years old, this investigation, and she's 21. Does that not make you think? Because 10 years ago, a man called Tommy Robinson gave me the courage to stand up. And because of his courage, I've marched this country with many, many thousands of people in defense of people like Amy. Now, a personal thing for me is this. I've met a few of these girls. In fact, one or two of them have actually adopted me as granddad. That's rather nice. But I look in their eyes, and even though some of these crimes are 15, 20-year-old, I see the hurt. I see them when they have to check themselves into some kind of rehab because they can't cope. 15, 20 years later. It's nice for me to know that them girls are assured that I'm on the end of a telephone. They can ring me and I'll be there. I'll be there any time for any of them. Their courage is immense. It really is immense. Ignore that swan over there. They're not even worth the dirt on your feet.
Tommy Robinson! Tommy Robinson! Tommy Robinson!
Ladies and gentlemen, if those people down the police vehicles, if you could come back to the stage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could come back to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, at the police vehicles, if you could come back to the stage, please. I wasn't quite finished yet. But the boss took the microphone off me, and quite rightly so. I've travelled from Newcastle today. And I know there's many, many of my friends from Newcastle here with me today. I'm from Sunderland, Teesside, and Durham. Shut up. Do you know what made my weekend for me? On the start of the week? A Newcastle game. People in the stands started singing, and I want you to follow me. Oh, Tommy, Tommy! Tommy, 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 Tommy Robinson!
Oh, Tommy Robinson!
That's the strength of being in Newcastle. We need to see more of it at every football ground in the country. We know you're there, we know you love them. Speak up. That's the best platform you'll ever get, because the left shit themselves. They don't know what to do with you. They can't move you from the stands because there's too many of you. Keep it up, keep it going. I want to hear more of it. Love yous all.
Tommy Robinson! Tommy Robinson!
One second, please. All the women, please move away from this area here. Please just move away. The police have let them through. They're going to start throwing stuff. Can we just make sure that all the women are this way and all the men get behind this bus? All the men get behind this bus. I'm not saying the women are capable, but it's about time that they realise who they're fucking with. Please, the men, these guys are coming to attack so sorry, but the police have done this.
Facebook! They're taking away our voice! This is Facebook! Taking away our voice! Shame on you! 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 That is just showing something that's been attacked by Muslim identity. You know, I always get blocked here on that. Why? Every time I go for the tunnels, that's right. I'd like to get the ears syringes, but I don't want to do it before we go along.
In English country, love, speak English.
Yeah,
Zero news.
Get some money out of it, just like that. You'll get no stop. It's just pretending it's not in
I didn't get me thanks.
We all see it when he's playing swimming or when he's on TV. What about when he's playing soccer? But you know, man, that's out. Yeah, all the time. I mean, I'm like, I'm not really. I'm like, yeah. What's your name? No, Chris. I've been it. Well, I'm from Yorkshire. I've been abroad for a long time, so I've just got back. I've rushed back with my brother to yeah, I'm on the side, man. I get the Hyde Park one. It's quite good. It's much more. They're learning. Couples are learning, and I hope the movement learns as well. It's they're just trying to get military guys whatever. Northern Ireland. Yeah, there's a guy here. Right, he was talking to couples. He was giving them a box, right? They're up in Texas. I know you. I want to do it. Right. So I know you. You look like it. I like it. Now, why is it not? Why is it not? He does it for Tony. Yeah. Yeah. I've got it on film. I'll go back and forth. So I'll go back and forth and see what he's doing. And I'll do a question. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's right. Who's the ex-military? Military tactics. Yeah, we're very basic. It's not an island. Yeah, so I don't know where he's gone now. Nice meeting you, Max. Are you going to have a pint? Yeah, we're staying with you. Don't tell that. Are you living on all the time or? Sure. I've got to try you as well. Yeah, next time. I'll switch Chrissy, what do you want? Hey, you want to get your...
Paedophile protector! Just a fucking
Well, I'll go get some pint. What do you want?
I just said.
I didn't hear you. I like Coke. Can you hold my bag or not?